Hi, I'm Mary and welcome back to my channel, and today I have part 2 of my collection palette, eyeshadow palette collection video. There, said it right. I have 6 drawers to get through. They aren't the biggest drawers, they aren't the smallest drawers. There's my middle-sized drawers in any case. I'm just going to go ahead and start because this is going to be a very long video. Again, disclaimer, this is a collection video. It is not a declutter. I will not be getting rid of any of these palettes. I know I have an excessive amount of palettes. It is a collection thing for me, in addition to the fact that I do just love eyeshadow. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and get started. First we'll go ahead and jump into Pat McGrath. I have 4 Pat McGrath palettes. They're all the big mothership sizes. This one is the Mothership 8 Divine Rose 2 palette. And that is what that one looks like. So I have that. And I have, Mothership 7 Divine Rose. So that's what this one looks like. This is the first one. This is the sort of boring sister to the other one. But I do enjoy this one. It's a nice neutral palette, and I've totally just used it for neutral looks, so that's actually nice to have that. And I have this is Mothership 9 Utopian Dreams. So this is the most recent one. Let's see. Looks like this. I really do enjoy this color story a lot, and have yet to use this because I just got this pretty recently, but it's definitely on my to use file soon. And then I have Mothership 5 Bronze Seduction, and it is this one. Really like this one as well. Love the color story. I've used it a couple times. I just really enjoy the quality of these. I know some people don't, but I mean, I don't know, I just really do like them, and I do think that they are worth the price point. And then next we'll go ahead and do Charlotte Tilbury. So with this, I have to be a little careful. This top one came broken, and then when I was recording the unboxing video for this particular one, it fell out on the carpet, and I think I dropped a few F-bombs because that's what I do, which I will delete out of the video because I like to keep them clean on YouTube. But this is the Rebel quad, and I have a replacement that will be coming apparently tomorrow in the mail. So yep, for right now, just for show purposes, that's what this one looks like. That's as far as I dare hold it up because it will fall out. Super annoyed that it broke, but I am very happy that it was super easy to get a replacement one of these from Sephora. So that I think I'm now done with, and starting a new one. I can probably toss that one because yeah, not going to use it clearly. I have 2 more the quads. I have this one. This is the Uptown Girl, and it looks like this. Do enjoy the color story. It's a little lighter than I thought it would be, but I think it should still work. Not swatching anything in this video because it is already going to be like 10 hours long. Okay, maybe an exaggeration, but you know, it's going to be a super long video as it is. So yeah, have that one. And then also have the Vintage Vamp. And this one just looks like a pretty neutral one, and really enjoy the little colors in here, and know I can totally get a nice look out of this one. And then I have 2 of the holiday palette, the last 2 years holiday palettes. So this is this year's. This was Instant Eyes. That's the Instant Eye palette. Smoky Eyes Are Forever. And it looks like that. I'm a little gun shy of holding these up because I've had one shadow tumble out. Luckily it didn't land on the floor, so I was able to repress it. But yeah, I am a little hesitant to hold these up all the way. But yeah, super happy to have that one. Then the other one I have is the Bejeweled Eyes to Hypnotize. This one is the one where one shade did half tumble out. Sure you can tell, but I think you can. It's this one here that half fell out, but I did repress it and it's fine. I just don't want to tip it up much further than this. So yeah, those are my Charlotte Tilbury palettes. And then the other thing I have, sorry for the noise, in this drawer are my Huda palettes. So I have 3 little 9 pans. First, I have the Topaz Obsessions. This is probably the best quality one of the 3 I have. It looks like that, in my opinion. And then I have the Amethyst Obsessions. This is the color story I like the best, but the quality isn't quite as good as the other Topaz Obsessions in my opinion. And then the Pastels Lilac 9 pan, and it looks like this, and it just are really lackluster and all topper shades, so it's I still hang on to it a bit. And then I have 5 of those bigger sized palettes. So we'll go ahead and start with this one. This is Desert Dusk, and actually I'll just do that. They don't have to deal with the mirror. So it looks like that. I really do enjoy it. The one thing I will say is that is a pressed glitter. If you do not like that, you may not want to get this palette, but I do really like the looks I get from this palette. I do like the color story. And then next I have the Rose Gold Remastered palette. And once again, I will just use this to block the mirror. And it looks like this. I just actually got this yesterday, the day before. Yesterday, I think it was. In my Sephora order, I finally decided just to get it. I've been wanting it for a while. Then I sort of hemmed and hawed because it's an older palette, but you know, do still like it enough that I definitely wanted it in my collection, so I got it. So I'm glad to actually have that one now. That's the other one I have in this cardboard packaging, and I have 3 in the plastic packaging. So first I have Mercury Retrograde. And it looks like this. I really do enjoy this one. I've used it several times. It's a little light for me, but I can make it work for sure. I love the top from this purple one over here to this seafoam greeny color. But yeah, I do enjoy this a lot. Super happy I actually finally got this one too. I got this one when it was half off at some point. No, it's half off right now as well, but I bought it like last year, I think, point when it was half off. So that's a nice one to have. And then the next one I have is the Naughty Nude. And this is my favorite for sure. It's nice and deep and dark, and I can make some really pretty looks. Enjoy all the marbled shades, etc. Just a really nice deeper neutral palette, which, as you can see from my skin, works better than some of the lighter ones. That being said, I did end up getting the Rose Quartz one, and I do really enjoy this color story. And I've seen videos where people with darker complexions than I have used it, so hopefully it'll work fine on me. I'm sort of in that middle range where sometimes people with even just slightly darker complexions can use things that I can't when they go lighter. but we'll see. So can't wait to use that one. I got so many palettes recently because I've been on like a 4-month low to no buy-ish because I had been out of work, so just spent a bunch of time catching up on stuff that I really wanted this year. So there's the first drawer. Okay, so next is my Natasha Denona drawer. It is 100% Natasha Denona. So we'll go ahead and start from the small palettes and work to the big palettes. So first I have 5 of the minis. So I'm going to start with this one, which is the mini gold, and just looks like that. I really enjoy this color story. I did do a ranking on my Natasha Denona palettes earlier in the year. I believe that there are like 2, 3, 4, I think 5 palettes that might not be in that one that I now have in my collection. I have, I think, 19 Natasha Denona palettes of various sizes, but this is the first one. And then next is the mini glam. I think this one is not in those rankings because I got it since then. Looks like this. I think I've only swatched this one. I haven't actually used it. I need to use it soon for an actual look. I might do it this year. I probably will do an updated Natasha ranking at some point later on in the year once I've tested everything more thoroughly. And I think this is the other one that I had not used for the of the size in the ranked in that video. This is the mini retro, and it looks like that. And then next I have the mini Zendo. Maybe it was mini Zendo, I can't remember. In any case, this is the mini Zendo. I know that I have 2 of this size that were not in that ranking, and so I will definitely include it in the next ranking I do of my Natasha Denona palettes. But yeah, that's mini Zendo. And then I have Mini Love. This is what Mini Love looks like. This one keeps breaking a little bit, so it's really delicate, so I would never take it traveling or anything, but I love the color story. Then I have 3 of the 5 pans, but they're the bigger 5-pan sized. So I have this one, which is Ayana. This came in a boxy charm. And it looks like this is just a nice neutral palette, and it's all shades that have been made before, 3 of which are in either the mini glam or the glam palette. And then can't remember which ones the other 2 came from, but yeah, they are all existing shades that I just put in a palette for the boxy charm. Next I have the Coral palette, and that is what it looks like. I do enjoy this one a lot as well. Like the color story makes a nice little look. Then I have the Cranberry. Looks like this one as well. Enjoy the look I can get out of it. I think actually there are a couple looks I can get out of this one, but yeah. So those are my bigger pans. Next I have my all 6 of the midi sized palettes. So we will go ahead and start with this one. This is the Sunrise. This is the first midi palette. I have them in order, so please. And that is what this one looks like. So it's definitely a sunrise sunset type vibe you get from it, and I really enjoy the looks I can create with it. Then I have the Love, which was the next one that came out, and I think this one has been discontinued, but I do enjoy this one a lot. This is like the one that's like right up my color story alley of this size, and so I was super happy to have it. I think it is no longer my favorite of this size. My favorite is one that's coming up in a minute, but first we have to get through this one. This is the bronze palette. This was the third one that was released. This is the warm neutral one of the bunch. Has, I think, just one cream to powder with this deep dive color right here. But yeah, I do really enjoy that one as well. It makes some really nice warm neutral looks. And then next came the Glam palette. This is the cool neutral looks one, and this is probably my favorite of this size palette. Just really enjoy the looks that I can get, and it's just a nice easy color story to work with. And then let's see, next we have the Zendo palette. This one people either love or hate. I actually love it. Love the color story, love the quality. It's just a nice palette to use. I like the fact that it has multiple colors in, multiple sort of sets of colors in it. I do generally think of it as a story of two palettes, although I have used them together, and as long as you don't like try to blend the colors, it works pretty well, and you can make some kind of cool looks. Let's see, then finally I have the newest midi sized one. This is the retro palette. Haven't actually had a chance to do any looks with this, although this is like right up my alley. Super happy to have it. For me, this actually screams like retro, actually more than the retro mini one does. But I know that some people are sort of upset with this color story, but I really like it, and I'm happy to have it. And then finally I have 5 of the bigger palettes. I have 2 in the hard plastic casing, and then 3 in the sort of faux leather whatever packaging. So we'll do the leather-ish packaging first, and first I have the Lila palette. This is the color story. I really like this palette. I use it a lot. This is also right up my alley, which is why I got it. Quality is probably not the best Natasha Denona quality, but I do like it, and I can make it work, and I really enjoy the looks I get out of it. Then next is the Natasha Denona Gold palette. I really enjoy this palette a lot. This one tends to get hard pan for me, but I can easily scrape it off and use it, and it's just fine, but it's just sort of one of those finicky shades. Yeah, I do like the 2 greeny colors in it. And yeah, it's just a really nice palette, and I'm super happy I managed to get that one. The one thing I will say is that this package shows every fingerprint you ever put in it, so I try not to touch the gold parts too much, except for up on the rim where it's not too noticeable, because that drives me crazy. And then I have the Metropolis palette. This one has like the smaller pan sizes, so it has the midi palette's pan size, but a lot more shades. I really enjoyed this one. A couple of these ones, the darker ones, look the same, but I mean, there are some other shades that sort of dupe themselves, but overall I really like this, and I love the fact that it has a lot of the cream to powder formula. I really enjoy that formula, and it has enough regular mattes and shimmers so that it all blends really nice and seamlessly, and I really enjoy this palette. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. At first this just looked like a jumbled mess of a palette, and then I realized that it really isn't once you study it more, and it's just a nice, you can make some really nice looks, and I enjoy it a lot. Then most recently I got, during the Black Friday sale, I got these 2 plastic ones. So the first I got the Biba, and that is what she looks like, and I really enjoy this one as well. This is sort of like another really good neutral one. Has, I think, 4 cream to powders, 3 shimmers, and the rest are all regular mattes, so that's really nice mix, and it's a perfect like neutral palette in my opinion. I know it's kind of boring to a lot of people, but I really enjoy it, and I know I've heard some people have had difficulties working with it, but that is it. I really enjoy it. The 2 or 3 times I've used it since I got it. And then finally I have the Trio Chrome palette. I love the packaging on this one. It's all like, depending on how you catch the light, it's a multi-chromatic palette to begin with, and then inside it looks like this. So the 3 multi-chromes are right here. They actually aren't what truly drew me to the palette. It was actually the mattes in this palette that drew me to the palette, and I love the way it's laid out. So like you have your greeny row, your sort of berry pinky row, and then your corally neutrally row here. So I just really enjoy the way that this palette is laid out, and I actually can't wait to use this one. I just have so many palettes, so it's taking me a while to get through everything. Next, I sort of have a hodgepodge drawer that has a lot of different brands in it. So I'll just go ahead and get started. The main brand it has is Violet Voss. So I'll just go ahead and grab all of Violet Voss palettes to start. Okay, so first we have Violet Voss Pro Eyeshadows HG, aka Holy Grail, and it looks like this. This is definitely still one of my favorite neutral palettes. I really enjoy Violet Voss quality, and so yeah, that is that. Then I have Violet Voss Pro Eyeshadows Hashtag. It looks like this. I really like this this row and this palette especially, but I do like the orangey yellowy colors as well. They aren't true yellow, so I can actually still wear them. A lot of yellow hues tend to make me look jaundiced just because of my skin's undertones, so it's nice not to have to worry about that, but that's this one. And then I have Coral Crush. So this is just your basic coral palette. I really enjoy this. I like how it goes sort of from a very light one to a dark-ish one. It's not super deep. It's not a super deep-ish running palette, but I do like the variety of colors you can get in this, and that it's not a single look that you get. I was kind of worried about that in this next one that I'll show you. This is the Sakura Blossom palette. Looks like this. It's your basic pinky palette. I really enjoy it, as you'll see through my collection. Pinks, corals, purples are sort of my go-to colors, and reds, and then you'll see a bunch of other stuff in addition, but those are the ones that truly speak to me. I've started to get into greens and blues more, but that's much more of a recent thing. So yeah. And next I have the Olive You Forever palette. Looks like this. It's a little disappointed that it wasn't more olivey, that there are only like those couple over here and this one, and then the rest are kind of neutrally, but you know, it is what it is, and I do like it. So, and then I have I Pinky Promise, and it looks like this, and once again, it's not truly a pink palette, it's more a neutral with a few very light leaning pinks. So yeah. Then I have the Essentials palette. So it just looks like this. I do really enjoy this one. It's just a cute little palette. And then I have the Sweet Violet Fun Sized palette. So this is a nice violet palette, and I do really enjoy it. It does have a couple more neutrally leaning shades down on this side, but I do really enjoy that palette. Let's see, then I have a couple melt palettes. First one is the Rust palette, and it just looks like this. There are 3 metallics and the rest are all matte. So yeah, enjoyed that one. And then I also have the Melt Mariposa palette, and it looks like this. Pan sizes are a little smaller than I had thought originally, but I do like it, and it's a nice color story. And then I have the Illuminati X Isa palette, and it's the Glam palette, and this quality just totally sucks, but since I have a collection, I will keep it just for reference point. Let's see. I have the Beauty Bakery Breakfast in Bed palette. Just looks like that. It's a cool tone neutral palette. Not the best quality, not the worst quality, it just sort of is. I have Cab Cosmetics Day and Night, and it just like that. This one reminds me a lot of the Huda Desert Dusk palette. And then I have Pretty Vulgar Nightingale, and this is just another cool toned palette. Let's see, Fenty Beauty Moroccan Spice, and that's the color story. I really like the color story. I'm not sure why I don't use this more. I think because the first time I used it, I was a little intimidated. This was still when I was pretty new into color, any color at all, so I was just a little scared of that palette, but I have definitely need to use it more. This is the Mora Wanderlust Dream Series palette. It looks like this. It's just a nice rainbow palette. Quality is pretty good. It's not great, it's not awful, but I do enjoy it when I use it. Then I have the Suva Beauty Protege palette. This one looks like this. Just a nice cool toned palette. And then I have two Il Masco palettes. So first I have the Unveiled Artistry palette, and it just looks like this. So it's a pretty neutral palette. The names are on this little sheet, so that's the only reason I keep that around. And then I just got this one in a Try Beauty box, and this is the Expressionist artistry palette by Il Masco, and it looks like that. So yeah, it has a few more pops of color. Okay, so next is my Viseart palettes. This is my least full drawer. So first we have the Natural Matte Milieu palette. Just looks like that. It's an all matte palette, as the name implies. Then I have the Paris Étoile palette. I keep the boxes because that's where all the shade names are on these. But looks like that. It's a nice deep palette. It's good for sultry looks. But if you don't like deep looks, probably don't get this one. I love the packaging on this. It's like the Paris skyline down here, moon, and then stars, and then on the back it's just stars. But yeah, it's super cute. As I said, I keep all these packaging for one reason, and that's because all the shade names are on the box and only on the box. Next I have the their Christmas collection for this year, the 4 little petite fours that they came out with this year. They came out with 4 last year at Christmas, and they were just so boring, and so I haven't picked those up. These are a little more interesting. This is Garnet. It comes in this cute little red packaging, and that is what it looks like. And next is Peridot. This is the green one. Has cute little green packaging. And there's the color story there. I do really enjoy that color story as well. They each have a single matte color with 3 shimmers. Let's see, then the next one is the blue one. This is Lapis. Again, cute little packaging. And that's what this one looks like. So there's a like silvery color up here, a blue, and then goldy color, and then your like light tan color as the shimmer, or as the matte rather. And then the final one is Bouillon, and its little packaging looks like that. And what I like about this one is the matte color is the black, and then it has 3 shimmery golden type color, golden tan beige colors. So, and finally I have 5 of the Étendu palettes. So we have first the Violette Étendu. And love the packaging on this one as well. And this is what that one looks like. So there's a mirror on top and the palette, and yeah, so that's what that one looks like. I like the purple one a lot. As you've heard me say, purple is one of my favorite color stories, so I'm super happy to have that one. And then I have the Paris Love Letter. So it looks like a little, very little hearts on the packaging, super cute. And then this is the color story. I really like the purple and the green in here, and then I like all the peachy tones. So it's just a nice little cute palette. There's like a silvery color as well to this one. So yeah, do really enjoy this one. And then last in this drawer are, let's see, the Soleil La Plage. This was with their summer release. She'll be able to tell by the packaging in just a minute. So there you go. And on the back, super cute. And then that is the color story in this one. I love the yellows and the blue and the corally color. And like it also has a bunch of neutrals as well. And then this is the Bijoux. So this is their colorful one that came out in fall. Love the packaging. It's just stunning, super elegant. And this is the color story. I really like the jewel tones, and then there's a whole row of neutrals there for you as well. So that's, you know, a nice combination, so you can choose what you want to do. But I do love the colors in that. And I've been wanting Vijoux to come out with the palettes on this side that have some color to it, so that's super nice. Like some like Not just one or two, but like a whole palette, basically mostly colorful. And then there's this one, which is the Kashmiri palette. And this one is pretty neutral. I love the packaging on this one as well. And it looks like this. It's just a very neutral palette and perfect for this time of year. It's nice and classy. So yeah. So that is this drawer. And then next is a drawer of like affordable palettes. So this is Beauty Creations X and 69. This is what the palette looks like. This, all the hearts are glitter. This is just a very chunky shadow, but it's really nice. I've been talking way too long, but in any case, this is a really nice palette. It's nice and bright. Use it in the summer especially. Next I have the Face Candy Milkshake palette. This is supposedly a dupe for the Too Faced Sweet Peach Matte, or whatever it's called, palette. But that's what this one looks like. This was my first palette. I'm not a big fan of dupe palettes, but yeah, this was like my first palette, so whatever. Then I have the Butter London Teddy Boy. And there we go. That's what this one looks like. That's all this plastic. Oh, that's right on. I always like pulling off the plastic, so in any case, have that one. I've used it a couple times. It's just a nice cool tone palette. This is the Beauty Creations Kelly Chic. And that's what this one looks like. So the mirror broke in shipping, but there's a plastic sheet over it, so nothing got into the shadows itself. And I just taped it up because it's still intact. It just has cracks in it, so it just has now blue painter's tape covering it, the broken areas, so that nothing gets into the shades. So yeah, it's that one. It's just a nice warm neutral palette. And then I have go ahead and do these first. The Pixie by Petra Dream Shadow. And it looks like this. And let's see, there are only, I think, 4 mattes in this palette. Yeah. So this one, this one, and then these 2 are the only mattes in the whole palette. But yeah, it's a nice palette. It's probably one of the bigger palettes I own. It's 28 shades. So then I have the Morphe X Mani MUA Glam palette. Looks like this. You get 12 shadows and 2 highlighters. It's just meh, but you know, keep it because it's from my collection. And then I have Beauty Creations Seduce Me. I do really enjoy this color story. Yeah, it's just a nice color story, and I'm glad I have this and have used it several times. And then I have the Morphe 15N Nightmaster. And that's the color story. Once again, quality is just meh. I'm not a big fan of Morphe. Just be 100% honest about that. Then I have the Butter London Natural Goddess. It's a cute little palette. Just looks like that. I have the Betty Boop X Ipsy palette, backwards Ipsy. I've gotten Ipsy off and on occasionally, but never stuck around with it because I don't like it as much as Boxy, although now that Ipsy owns Boxy, there isn't that much a difference, but yeah, there's that. Color paths, at best. Still keep it around because I do like the color story, even if I don't like the color payoff. This is the Wonder Beauty Wonders Rush. Have this now twice in my collection. Actually, the one's in my backups. But this is a color story because I got it in the Glossy Box Advent Calendar a second time, but I already had it once from another box. And I guess that's that. I do like it. It's cute. There are 2 mattes and 4 shimmers. Then I have 2 little Almay trios. This is the Intense Eye Color in Everyday Neutral. Looks like this. And then I have the Party Bright, just a purple. I have 2 Model trios. This one's Mykonos. Looks like that. And then Saint-Tropez, or Saint-Tropez, depending on how I pronounce it. Looks like that. And then I have 3 of the Kaja Beauty Bentos. This is in Poppy Champagne. So it just looks like that. Then I have Hella Azalea. And I have Buttercup Bubbly. And that's what that one looks like. And then I have, let's see, the Maybelline, the same mini palette in Rooftop Bronzes. And then I have the Chela Hello Beautiful Manifest Bronze Travel Size Squad. Then I have a bunch, I think there are now only 2 Elf Bite Sky Squads I don't have, and they're the newest 2 that just came out this year. I can't remember the names of it, but I will pick those up the next time I place an Elf order. Just haven't done that yet. So first I have the Melt palettes. So this is chocolate mint, looks like that. These are $4 a piece versus $3 like the other ones are for whatever reason. And then the mint to be, I didn't have a problem with this one. I actually like this one of, so far I just took my nail in. But I actually like this one. I think that it works pretty nicely. It's that one. A lot of people don't like it as much, but you know, each to their own. We all have different likes. Comes to eyeshadow. And then I have the original 8 of these. So this is Hot Jalapeno. It's the grungy green one. And then Acai, which is the blue one. Pumpkin Pie. Carnival Candy. Rose Water. Truffles. Very Bad. Cream and Sugar. And then that's the rest of that drawer. And then final drawer for this part is this one. So let's see, we have those are colors Sassy Siennas. It's an all matte palette. Stila Happy Hour. Looks like that. Sorry. Good. And then let's see, Studio Makeup Ease to Wear. Looks like that. BoxyCharm Hello Charmer. Touch and Soul Fill Up Orange. This one's a glitter. It's a nice palette. And then Smashbox LA Cover Shot. Looks like that. And then I have the ABH Norvina Collection Broken Volume 3. And it's the one that looks like that. It's the fall colored one. I really enjoyed this. The color story, I just bought it, so I will test it out more thoroughly. And then I have the rest of my regular style ABH palettes. So first we have Amrezy, and it looks like that. There are two glitters in here, and that's why it's a longer palette. This one and this one. So this one here and then this one here are the two glitter shades. Could have done without them, but there, so whatever. And I have the Sultry. It's like this. I really like this one at this time of year as well. I got this last Christmas when they had it for a limited period of time. Because it's a limited edition palette, so yeah. But I did snag it last year when they relaunched it briefly. And then this is the Riviera palette. I like this one because it's nice and bright. It's one of the fewer brighter palettes, although there are definitely some neutrals if you want to use them as well. Then I have my favorite, which is the original Norvina. Looks like this. I really like this palette. I mean, it's just like, has neutrals, it has pinks, it has purples. It's perfect. And then I have the Subculture. I really enjoy the Subculture. I know there was a lot of controversy when it came out, but yeah, it's just a nice grungy story, and I like the color story, and I enjoy it. And so yeah, that's this part of the video. And with that, I've been talking for 50 minutes at this point, so I will see you in the next part. Bye.